After magpulot ng basura, pupunta tayo dito sa area na to kung saan tayo mag-segregate. Although maraming types of plastic, hindi naman natin kailangan sila i-differentiate per type. Hiwalayin natin yung PET bottles, hiwalayin natin yung mga bottle cap kasi iba din yung bottle cap. Hiwalayin din natin yung mga food container, mga microwavable, separate natin yan. So bakit natin ginagawa yun? Para lang talaga mapag-aralan natin ano ba yung mga pwede nating ayusin, baguhin sa packaging, ano ba yung mga policies na pwede natin ayusin para hindi na siya kumalat dito sa mga ganitong klaseng lugar. So yung mga plastic na mga makokolekta natin dito, pwede siyang gawin ng iba-ibang klaseng tinatawag na upcycling. So for example, yung mga bottle caps, pwede siyang gawing plastic lumber. So basically, isa-shred siya, tutunawin siya, magiging para siyang ganito. Makikita nyo, para siyang kahoy. And ang difference niya, syempre hindi siya nabubulok. So yun yung advantage, and this is something na pwedeng gamitin sa bahay, paggawa ng upuan, lamesa. So basically, ang mga plastic na nakikita natin dito, pwede siyang gawing ganito. Meron din mga sachet, yung mga plastic bag, sandbag, foil, pwede natin siyang gawing board like this. So pwede siyang gawing dingding ng bahay, sa bangka, pwede mong gamitin plywood, di ba? So basically, supportahan din natin yung mga kumpanya, yung mga recyclers na gumagawa ng mga ganitong klaseng produkto. Kasi marami silang natutulungan na bibigyan ng trabaho.
At para samahan po tayo upang mas tulungan pa tayong mapalaganap ang mga dapat nating gawin sa mga nakakalat na basura sa ating kapaligiran. Nandito po ang founder ng Brother Earth na si Sir Benjohn Tribiana at ang Program Director ng Philippine Alliance for Recycling and Material Sustainability na si Mr. Zedric Avesilia. Welcome to Kada Umaga. Good morning po.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you for having us.
Okay, thank you so much for being here. Of course, ito pong problema sa ating environment is something that everyone should be part of, di ba? We should all be part of the solution for this. Kaya ito pong Brother Earth is something which helps towards that mission.
Correct.
Paano po kayo nakakatulong?
Actually, ang pinaka-main mission talaga namin is to end plastic waste. Zero waste to nature. Okay? And also, itong Brother Earth is a way para i-educate yung audiences at saka kasi available na ngayon lahat sa social media eh. So, ito yung way namin to educate people kung ano ba talagang ginagawa pagka nagre-recycling kasi nawawala na eh. Meron pero like konti lang. Maraming mga content creators, they say dati umuso yung parang I'm proud to be Pinoy. Pero nagkakaroon ba talaga siya ng positive change sa Pilipinas? So ito ang isang way namin to really address kung ano ba talaga yung kailangan nating gawin, especially sa environment.
Okay. It's a big problem. So, ano po yung specifically, how is Brother Earth fixing or helping to fix this problem?
Well, basically, alam naman natin na knowledge is power. So we really want to inform people of the solutions out there kasi marami naman talagang campaigns or mga advocacies that are happening pero iba-iba ang solution bawat lugar, bawat area. And we want to be able to provide a platform for Filipinos to really understand the problem and the solutions that are available out there. So we want to bridge that gap, that lack of information. So that's really the purpose of having this kind of platform or channel.
So you scour social media for the problems and then you connect it to the possible solutions, the people who can make the possible solutions. Tama po
Well,
ba?
the problems is basically, nandyan talaga, nakikita natin siya. In
Which
fact,
are?
yung basura, they're in our coastal areas, in our rivers. That's really the main issue right now is actually parang na-desensitize na nga tayo with the pollution eh. So we want to change the narrative, try to create a different mindset of people of how we will handle our waste.
So, ano po yung, you talked about basura. Ano po yung, from scouring social media and the internet, yung top problem talaga is plastics. You were saying a while ago.
Yun talaga yung pinaka-talamak sa mga napupulot. Well, sa isang reason is lumulutang siya. Actually, yung dapat alalahanin natin yung mga bagay na hindi natin napupulot. Yung mga microplastic, yun talaga yung delikado, especially sa health ng mga tao.
Okay, so people are watching this interview now. Ano ba tong microplastics na to na hindi natin nakikita, na hindi sila aware of?
Sige. So yung plastic, ano yan nagde-degrade yan. It will take a long time para ma-degrade. Pero ang process niya is lumiliit siya, na parang nabibiyak siya sa maliliit-liit na bagay. And that's the part na yun na yung hindi natin talaga siya, nagmi-mix na siya sa sand, mahirap na siyang pulutin, kinakain siya ng mga isda, ng mga hayop, which eventually, it ends up sa mga ating mga kitchen that we eat also.
So paano po natin, ano pong naging nakita ninyong possible solution to yung mga plastics that become microplastics that become part of our food chain?
Well, the solution talaga is bago pa siya maging umabot sa ganyan, dapat masolusyonan na. Sa bahay pa lang natin, magkaroon na ng mindset na we segregate our plastic para hindi siya halo-halo, hindi siya maging basura. Kasi yung mga plastic, they're recyclable. Pero kung hindi siya magiging mapunta sa isang recycler,
Correct.
wala din. So, tayo sa Pilipinas, we're a group of islands. So, hindi naman lahat ng isla may recycler, di ba?
Oo.
So,
Ano ba ang realidad about recycling dito sa ating
Okay.
bansa? Meron po ako nabalitaan before na although, yes, ito na nga, nagkakalap na tayo ng mga plastic, hindi daw lahat ng iyon ay recyclable.
Tama. Actually, we have 42,000 barangays in the Philippines. Less than 40% po niyan ang may MRF, meaning the Materials Recovery Facility. So dito yung inaayos talaga yung segregation. Kasi hindi naman lahat ng barangay mayroong lugar para sa kanilang waste segregation. Kaya talaga importante, sa bahay pa lang, doon na talaga tayo mag-organize. And yan, syempre tulong-tulong din. The LGU needs to also figure out kung paano nila gagawin yung collection. Kasi mamaya nagsegregate ka sa bahay, pagdating ng truck, isa lang din yung babagsakan. Pero,
does that happen? Is this happening?
Oo naman. Pero at the same time,
So consuelo, it's just for consuelo but it's not really...
at the same time, mga tao po yung nagtatrabaho sa recycler. Pagka dun sa bahay, hinalo mo yung pagkain, yung plastic, pagdating dun sa MRF, mabaho, as someone who works in a recycling, syempre mahihirapan sila. Kaya sa bahay pa lang, kahit nasabihin mong isang truck yan, ihiwalay natin yung pagkain, dun sa mga nabubulok, hindi nabubulok, ihiwalay natin para mas madali yung trabaho ng mga nagre-recycle.
And then again, there's also this issue na parang sabi nila, kapag hindi mo daw nilinis yung plastic, hindi rin nila gagamitin. Is this true?
Yes, kasi yung mga recycling, may mga makina yan, machines. The machine, syempre, malagyan niya ng pagkain, malagyan ng basa, it has to be dry, it has to be clean.
Or let's say it's a soda bottle. If we don't rinse out the soda inside, hindi rin nila gagamitin.
At some point, yes. But yes.
So it's that meticulous talaga.
Yes.
Kailangan talaga bawat isa merong kontribusyon. So yung maliit na sakripisyo na meron kang plastic bottle na pinaglagyan halimbawa ng suka, kailangan talaga linisin yung suka sa loob bago ito magamit for another purpose.
Correct. And another way is, speaking of suka, kung doon sa binibilang mo na suka, imbis na bumili ka ng bagong suka, dala ka na lang ng container mo and then you refill the suka. So
But
that's also,
because are there people who just refill?
there are.
Kasi bibili ka rin ng refill na gawa rin sa plastic.
Correct. Hindi, kailangan-
Although hindi siya bilog, it's in a parang sachet.
Correct.
But this is also part of the problem.
Yes, that's true. So, ano yan, all of these materials, whether in a form of a bottle or in a form of a sachet, they are not really basura. Hindi siya basura hanggat ihalo-halo mo siya. They're actually materials that you can change or gamitin, i-upcycle para maging ibang bagay na magagamit natin.
But first, us as citizens, kailangan natin to gawing ready. Ready to be used again ng isang recycling or upcycling center. So ano po ba yung halimbawa, yung maaari nating gawin sa mga plastic nating basura na nakita na ninyo?
Okay, well, pinaka-basic material is yung plastic lumber. So, pwede siyang maging parang kahoy. Ang difference is, syempre, ang kahoy nabubulok, inaanay. Ito, hindi. So it's something that
Wow.
longer lasting.
I believe you guys brought some
Yes, we do
samples.
have some samples.
Can we go to the
Yes.
sample area? So, nagagawa pala siyang building materials.
Yes, building material.
So, ito bali yung yung different stages niya. So, magmumula ito sa ganito.
Yes.
Which we all know is,
Yeah.
we're very familiar with this.
Correct.
Tapos, pagkatapos nun,
So, actually this is a PET bottle. Yung clear is PET. Pero yung cap is polypropylene. It's a different plastic. So there are different plastics.
so you have to separate the bottle from the cap.
Ideally, yes. Dapat mas maganda.
Ayan mo, Kada, please.
Kasi ito, nare-recycle siya into another bottle. May gumagawa niyan
Okay.
sa Cavite. So, itong caps naman, pagka sinama-sama mo siya together with mga bubble wrap, ang daming bubble wrap, diba? Mga
Oo.
e-commerce. So you use the bubble wrap together with that, you shred it, and you can make it into a plastic lumber.
Wow.
So this is the one na sinasabi kong hindi inaanay.
Oo.
Diba? So you can use this for your house to build something, build chairs. So
But
yeah.
how is the pricing compared to, let's say, similar sized block na, let's say, is lumber or wood?
The price definitely, siguradong mas mahal.
Mas mahal
Why?
siya.
Kasi
For now.
collect mo pa. Yes, for
right.
now. Pero you have to also consider yung cutting trees, fabricating all these woods, diba? So meron din mga ganyang kasing greenhouse gas emissions
Yes.
that you have to consider.
Mga how much is the price difference kaya, sir?
Honestly, I can't...
2 times, 3
Sabihin na natin ng
times?
isang 6-foot lumber na ganito would cost around maybe 200 pesos.
Okay.
Compared to how much is a lumber na ganitong size? Probably
50, 100?
100 maybe? Or even that.
100. So, mga 2 or 3
3
times.
times.
Pero, at least hindi na siya anayin.
Hindi mo napapalitan, di ba? Correct.
Habang buhay niya ng bahay yun.
Correct.
Di ba? So, meron din siyang pros. And also, if more people buy it, di ba?
Yes, yun ang pinaka-importante.
We can
More
build
people
it to
will buy it.
scale, di ba? And then it will become cheaper as we produce it more.
In fact, yun nga yung gusto namin is for people to really use it and come up with ways to use it. Kasi right now, recycle tayo recycle, wala nang bumibili. So it's also not. How can the recyclers profit
Correct.
and sustain their business if no one will buy the product itself?
Yes, okay. What else pa po?
So,
Ito po ba ay
actually,
nagagawa rin, nare-recycle
Sachet
din?
is one of the problems. Yung mga
Yes, yung mga
shipping,
tinitingin natin
mga
binibili,
wrappers,
diba?
lahat ng mga
Oo.
plastic wrappers yung may mga tawag dito, aluminum foil.
Yes.
So this is ano naman siya, plastic sheet. So kinocompress lahat ng mga sachets into a board that will be like this, and you can make anything. Like this is probably a stationary stand with some pens here, and then this one naman, you can put, let's say, some
Pins.
keys, pins, calling cards or something. So pwede siya maging board na you can use for your wall or any kind of furniture actually that you can make use
And
of.
can they paint this,
They
let's
can
say,
paint
in a
it.
different
Yes.
color,
Yes.
ganyan. So, ito po yung mga sachets dati natin. Naging ganito na siya. Pwede na siya maging tray na kapaki-pakinabang
Yes.
or any
Kind of
any
sheet.
shape they want.
Yes,
diba?
parang ano yan, binibenta yan as a 4x8 na sheet. Pero, syempre, yung mga 4x8 na sheet na yan, it would cost 1,000 pesos. Pero how much is a 4x8 na wood? Probably 300 pesos.
Kailangan talaga natin tulungan itong industriyang ito.
Correct.
And also, para maging kapaki-pakinabang po, ang mga sachets na ito, kailangan din po bang linisin?
Yes. Yes, because you have
First,
to
we have
shred
to
it.
segregate just the sachets. And then we have to sort of clean it.
So, maganda niyan, after mo talagang kumain, diretso ka na sa linis para, even though it's not super clean, pagdating naman sa recycler, lilinisan pa rin nila yan. May process pa rin. Pero tulungan na natin na hindi bumaho. That's the most
Yes.
important.
Ayun. At saka, maybe later we can, maybe in your site, they can find out kung alin talaga yung mga centers where they can take it na makakasiguro tayong i-recycle talaga nila. Hindi yung mukha lang, tapos itatapon din sa landfill. Hindi po ba? And this one is?
That's a pot made out of mga ganito, mga bottle caps, mga So pwedeng may mga molded that you can use. Pwede kang mag-create ng mga cabinet handles.
Keychains.
And I remember in my show before, our noontime show, they used to make yes, they used to make school chairs and
Oh, yeah.
tables out of it.
Correct.
Totoo po ba yun? That really happens?
yes.
Actually, di ba bro, may ginawa ng bahay out from this.
Yes. Bahay made out of boards and lumber at the same time. So you can make a house.
Ayan. So, sir, why don't you guys go ahead and tell our Kadas about your social media platforms at kung paano po sila makakatulong? Sir Benjohn.
Okay, actually we are available in all social media, Facebook, TikTok, especially TikTok, no. Just follow us, just search Brother Earth, and yeah, if you guys actually we make it very entertaining. So if you guys want na learn more about how we do things, lalo sa pagre-recycle, you can just follow us.
Sir Cedric.
Yeah. Well,
Anything else you wanna remind our Kadas
Yeah.
to be more mindful about the basura and their segregation and the cleaning of it?
so mga kada, basically, we live in a world na limited lahat ng mga resources natin. So let's try to be more mindful sa mga ginagamit nating mga bagay and make sure na ma-recycle natin siya para naman hindi siya kumakalat sa ating mga environment. And ito is something na kailangan lahat tayo talaga sama-sama to make this happen.
Bukod po sa pagsisegregate at paglilinis ng mga basura, ano pa po yung mga tips na pwede natin ibahagi sa mga kada natin para maka-reduce din ng mga basurang nakikreate natin everyday?
Number one talaga, marami na pong nangyayari ngayon na mga activities na related sa environment. And importante na we try to look for these kinds of solutions. Kasi yun nga yun parang pag tumunta ka sa mga social media, makikita mo dyan yung really the more popular ones. Hindi kasi masyadong popular yung mga gantong klaseng topics.
Yeah.
And with the help of the people really looking for these topics, mas nagiging mainstream. So sana pag-usapan natin, tuloy-tuloy lang yung to educate ourselves para talagang we are more aware kung ano pwede natin gawin.
At saka as much as possible siguro, buy in bulk. I know that's very expensive, lalo na ngayon, everyone's on a tight budget. But as much as possible, yung mga items in your home na lagi nyo namang ginagamit, na hindi nabubulok or walang expiration, buy in bulk na. And as much as possible, have it refilled in refilling stations.
And if I can add to that, buy local. That's the most sustainable is if you buy dun sa kapitbahay mo, sa mga nearby fishing village, yun talaga yung the most sustainable ones. Than buying imported items, di ba, na it's a plastic packaging that is not even made here, but it's nandito siya. So best is really to buy local.
Maraming salamat, Sir Cedric, Sir Benjohn, for
Thank you.
explaining all of this to us. Mga kada, and for your expertise, for your time, we have some gift packs for you from Front Row.
Ooh.
Yan.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
very
so much.
Mga kada, sustainability starts with a shift in mindset. Sabi nga nila, hindi na natin kailangang maghintay pa ng extraordinary circumstances to do good action. Let's try to use ordinary situations tulad ng mga pagsinop sa ating maliliit na kalat dahil the greatest threat to our planet really is the belief that someone else will save it. Pero ang totoo, tayo-tayo lang talaga ang makakasave dito. Mga Kanet 25, this is Pia Guanio-Mago. For more Kada Umaga updates, please click the subscribe button and follow us on Net25 social media pages at Net25TV and at Net25 Entertainment Facebook page. See you guys. Bye!